Hi, I'm Nikki Allen. Welcome to your prenatal yoga practice. Today we're going to do a 20-minute yoga sequence, and we're going to be focusing on some hip openers as well as some side stretching to allow more room for baby to grow and you to still breathe deeply. For your practice today, you're going to need blocks, a bolster, and I have a meditation pillow, but if you just want to use 2 pillows, that will work just fine. So we're going to start with pranayama. Come to a comfortable seat. If you want to go ahead and grab a pillow now to place under your hips, feel free to do so. Bring your hands, rest them on your knees. And the pranayama is called Shatali that we're going to be doing today. This helps to cool the body. We're going to breathe in through our mouth, actually curling our tongue like a straw, like so. And then we're going to close our mouth and exhale through our nostrils. We're going to do this for 5 breaths. Get nice and comfortable, sit up tall, and begin by inhaling through your mouth. Close and exhale through your nose. Again, inhale. Close and exhale. 3 more times on your own. One more time. Return to normal breathing. Close your eyes, turn your attention inward. Go ahead and place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Make that special connection with baby. Breathe through your belly, inhale, expand out through your belly, and exhale. Feel the heat leaving your body. Set an intention for your practice today. Or maybe you want to dedicate your practice to someone or something. And again, this is your practice. Make sure to listen to your body today. If you feel uncomfortable, lightheaded, nauseated at any point, just come in, rest in child's pose, and return to practice when you feel you can. Or if you want to hang out in child's pose the whole time, again, it's your practice. Do whatever feels right for you. While you're here, I want to read you an invocation from Yoga Mama. Divine Mother, the Mother within, may I open myself fully to your guidance as my baby grows, as I surrender to my baby's birth, and as I walk the path that all mothers have walked before me. So start to think about how you are or how you want to be as a mother. When you feel ready, flutter your eyes open, and we're going to start adding a bit of movement to our practice. Come onto your hands and knees. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. We're going to go into cat-cow. Our focus here today is just to alleviate a bit of low back pain, and this is also a good pose to do daily when you're getting toward the end of your pregnancy to help baby get into position. So as you inhale, I want you to round your back. Drop your head down, look toward your navel. Exhale, drop your belly down. Broaden your chest forward, look forward. Inhale again, round your spine, drop your head down. Exhale, drop your belly down, broaden your chest, shine that heart forward. One more time, inhale, round your spine. Drop your head down, and exhale, drop your belly down. and shine your heart forward. Come into a neutral spine. And we're going to do some nice hip rotations here, really dropping our hips toward the back, toward your feet, almost like you're going into child's pose, and also over to the side. So I want you to take a big inhale at the top, and as you exhale, drop over toward the left of your body. Start to bring your hips back toward your feet. Circle around toward the right. Again, big inhale, exhale as you drop back and around to the right. One more time on this side. We're going to switch sides. Inhale, drop all the way back. And we're going to move in the opposite direction now. So big inhale at the top. Drop your hips over to the opposite side. My knee's popping on me. Inhale at the top. Drop over to the right. One more time. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop all the way back. There goes my knee again. And come back into your neutral spine. We're going to do some sun salutations on our knees. Go ahead and grab your bolster. We're going to have this here for placing our head on child's pose once we get into our sun salutations. So coming into child's pose, bring your knees out, mat distance, big toes together, hands on either side of your bolster here. Drop your knees back. Bring that bolster toward you. Just place your head down, nice and comfortable. Close your mouth. Focus on your ujjayi breath. This should be an audible breath that sounds like the ocean or like you're listening to a seashell. And again, if at any time during the practice today you need to drop down into child's pose, feel free to do so. From here, coming back onto our hands and knees. Drop your hips back a little. Inhale, bring your hands all the way up into the sky. And as you exhale, drop your hips back. Bring your hands down on either side of that bolster. Again, inhale, bringing those arms up into the air. And as you exhale, drop your hips back. Next time when you inhale, bring your arms up. Maybe you want to go into a little back bend. Maybe that feels good for you. And exhale, dropping your hips back. You can play around with whatever feels good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Inhale, bring your arms up, little back bend. Exhale, bring those hands on either side of the bolster. Now grab one of your blocks and let's move our bolster out of the way. You can actually use the bolster if this feels more comfortable for you. We're going to come into Malasana or garland pose. So your block is going to be widthwise between your feet. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what that looks like. You can even place your block against the wall if that feels good for you. So with your block between your feet, bringing your feet as wide as feels comfortable. You probably want to move your block back a little bit more in line with your heels here. Slowly start to drop your hips down, coming into a seat on your block. And again, depending on your level of flexibility here, we just want to make sure your feet are completely flat on the ground when you do this. So if they have to be wide, or if you're comfortable with more narrow stance, that's wonderful too. Place your elbows on the inside of your knees. And if it feels comfortable, you can use your elbows to press your knees out. Hands into prayer. We're going be here for 5 breaths. A couple more breaths. Now, why Malasana? Why do this during pregnancy? Well, it's good for our hips, for making room for baby as baby starts to get larger and move down, getting ready to make its way into our world. And it's actually good even if you're not pregnant. If you are feeling like you need more of a flow of digestion, it's good for that as well. So that actually helps during pregnancy as well, just for helping that flow, that natural flow. When you feel ready, slowly rock yourself forward. If you want to cross your legs and then move the block, you can do that. We're actually going to come into a bound angle pose now. Baddha Konasana. I'm going to use my blocks and place them on either side of my knees. If you feel comfortable without blocks, you can leave the blocks to the side. Placing the bottoms of your feet together. Come into nice tall seat. Now place your thumbs on the arch of your foot and your fingers on the top of your foot. Use your elbows to press gently against the inside of your legs as you open up your feet like a book. And then give yourself a little foot massage, just a little bit extra care. Move your thumbs up to the padding underneath your toes, all the way down your arch, all the way down your heels. Make your way back up. This should feel nice and relaxing. And then whenever you're ready, place the bottoms of the feet together again. Use your hands to clasp around your feet. Focus on bringing your knees down as close to the mat as you can. And then we're going to go into a seated wide angle pose from here, since we have our legs nice and wide. So just move your blocks out of the way if you have blocks. Bring your feet out. Make sure your feet are flexed here. Make sure you're directly on your sit bones. You can move yourself forward a little bit using your hands behind you, or actually take your hands and physically move some fleshy parts out of the way so you are directly on your sit bones. Breathe in nice and deep here. You want to feel a good stretch on the inside of your legs. And we're also going to do some side stretching here as well to make more room for baby. So let's start by moving forward first. Inhale, bring your arms up into the sky. Exhale, place your hands in front of you, keeping your back nice and flat. If this feels good for you, you can stay right here. Or if you like, you can walk your hands forward a little bit. Just making sure you keep your back nice and straight. You can even bring this bolster, place it in front of you here. Relax your head. Or 2 pillows. Whatever is comfortable for you. Just want you to be comfortable in this pose. Keep focusing on that breath. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Couple more breaths. And slowly start to walk your hands back. Keeping your legs like this if it feels comfortable, or if you want to come back into your seated position, you can do that. Bring your left hand on the outside of your left leg. Inhale, bring your right hand all the way up in the air. And as you exhale, just bend over to the left side. Inhale, bring that right arm back up into the air. Let your left arm join it. And then drop that right hand. Exhale your left hand over toward your right side. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale over to the right. One last time each side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale over to that left side. One more time. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, come over to that right side. Come to neutral. Release both arms. Grab a hold of just above your knees and bring those legs in together. We're going to do fire log pose. Just opening up those hips a little bit more before we go into our final resting pose. So we're going to start by bringing our left shin parallel with the side of our mat here. And we're going to take that right leg, just gently place your right foot on top of your left knee. And then the right knee should be directly above that left foot. You can even take a block here. This is my tighter side, so this doesn't easily rest, but it feels comfortable to me enough that I'm not going to bother putting a block here. It doesn't feel like any sort of strain. Again, listening to your body. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel the openness in your hips expanding. Think about making room for baby. And we're going to switch sides. So gently cradle that left leg, or that right leg. Take it off, place it in front. And actually, if that didn't feel comfortable at all to you, or if you noticed as you got into that pose and you just want to sit in a cross-legged position with your right leg in front, then you can do that as well. And then we would just switch where your left leg is in front. So, coming into fire log on the opposite side, with that right leg now parallel with the side, with the side of your mat. And we're going to take that left foot, place it on top of that right knee. Let our left knee relax above that right foot. And again, sitting up nice and tall, breathing into our hips. You want to make sure that your feet are flexed in this pose as well. Take some pressure off of the hips. Think about that expansion of your body. Your body goes through a lot of changes in 9 months. And in the meantime, your baby is inside going through a lot of changes. So it's a miraculous time. We're going to slowly remove this left leg from on top of our right. Take it gently off. Place it in front. And we're going to get ready for our final resting pose, Shavasana. We're going to come onto our left side. So bring one pillow or bolster, place it on the side of your mat. I'm going to grab my meditation pillow here, and it's going to go under my head. That's where your other pillow or bolster will go. Come laying down, get nice and comfortable. Place that bolster that's on the side there in between your knees. Once you feel comfortable here, close your eyes. Think about your body, how amazing our bodies are and what all they do for us in our life. Especially during this time, your body's going through so many changes. Make sure you give it thanks every single day, multiple times a day. If you have the time and you'd like to stay here, you can stay here for as long as you wish, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Again, it's your practice. If you're ready to join me, go ahead and move the bolster out of the way. Use your right hand to press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands into heart center. Thank you so much for joining me in my practice today. I wish you all the very best going forward. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Namaste.